Hello you guys, welcome back to the channel, Blind Tom's Adventures. Thank you new subscribers and all the comments and everything. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys. Remember, share, like, all that stuff. And those of you who don't know, I'm legally blind. I can see enough so I don't walk into things, but yeah, I'm legally blind. So I have a hard time with things. And on the property, I'm going to be building a cabin. And I'll show you how to do that without being able to read tape measure and stuff like that. But what I want to talk to you guys about was about, a lot of people ask me about off-grid property. Well, first thing about buying it, where to get it, where to find it. First thing you need to do, figure out where you want to live. Where do you want to live? Is it down south? Pick a state, wherever you want to live. Like we picked UP. Yes, there's a lot of snow. You got 8-9 months of snow there, a lot of cold weather. But we love the UP, so we picked that. And I'll also get into later about why I haven't done another video on the property yet. But first thing you need to do is pick out where you want to live. And then what you do is just my advice. You don't take it, leave it, don't really care. But then find the area that you want to be in. Maybe 3-4 counties. Find that area. Then check with them counties. See if you can live off-grid. Some places do not allow you to actually live off-grid. Or are you going to live off-grid, or is this just a getaway? What do you want to do? Because a lot of places do not allow you to actually live off-grid. You have to have power of some sort. I know there's probably going to be a debate, but there is. I can name a couple counties that won't let you, or even tiny houses. Like some will say that you got to have 800 square feet or 1,000 square feet house to live in. So you want to check that first. Make sure you can build a smaller, or unless you want to build something big. Check with the counties that you're interested in. Make sure you can build and do what you want to do. Another thing to look at is, you want to self-sustain? Do you want to have a garden and stuff? Well, you look at the ground, the soil, stuff like that. You need to check into that stuff and whether or not it's usable, whether it's gravel, clay, sand, rock. Checking into all that. All depends on what you want to use it for. So when you get done checking that stuff, then you can move on. It's all about basically what you want and what you want to use it for. So when you find what you're looking for and you're interested in it, and everything passes, go check it out, maybe drive around, find some properties that nobody's at, looks vacant. You can also contact the owner of that piece of property and see if they want to sell or sell part of it. That's a good way to go. You can contact real estate agents looking for vacant land, or looking for something with a cabin or something on it. You can talk to them, tell them what specific details they're looking for. And that helps a lot. Talk to other people, like the property we got up in the last video is a friend of a friend. I was looking for some property, and I was at a friend of mine's, and Neil, the guy in the video, said, I got 10 acres, I'll sell you. So we ended up purchasing that. My finances wasn't right 3 years ago when I looked at it, but now they are now. Why there hasn't been another video on that right away is because title insurance. Always make sure to do title insurance with checks. Make sure, like, let's say Neil's ex-wife or his kids or anything like that could have been on that property. So it's basically ensuring you that the property is clear of anything, that nobody owes anything on that land. They say that it's clear, so that's what takes a while. It took them a couple weeks. I mean, today's what, Thursday, and we close on it Tuesday. It'll be closed. My finances were already set and done 6 weeks ago. I was already prepared with my finances. So always do title insurance, because no, even if you're not buying off grid, always do title insurance, because you never know if somebody else's name's on the property, or if that person died and went on their kids. It's always good insurance, and it doesn't cost much. Excuse me. So basically, I just want to let you guys know that's a good way of doing it, of finding property or whatever. There's people all across the United States that live off grid. It depends on what you want. Do you want to be remote? Are you working from home? Do you need cell service? I didn't care about any of that. I didn't care about working at home. I didn't care about cell service. Come to find out, I do have a little bit of signal there, but I prefer if there wasn't any signal. I didn't want it. I didn't really even care. But that's other things you gotta look at. You go to UP, most of them people drive an hour, hour and a half to get to work each way, while you're dealing with 8, 9 months of winter. You're driving in snow. I grew up in northern Michigan. To me, that was no big deal. Obviously, I cannot drive anymore because of my vision. But I didn't have to worry about that. But that's something else you want to look at. What are you doing for work? I mean, so good ways of finding property. And I think there's probably more that I probably should go over. Things that I look at. Oh, look at also the ground. Like I said, whether or not you want to have a garden. I looked at the woods. Yes, water is something else too. Are you going to spud a well, your own well? Well, by this ground here, at the property's at, it's pretty high up on a sand ridge. I'm not going to be spudding a well there, but I don't mind carrying in 15 gallons of water whenever I need it. That's no big deal. There's a river about 3 miles down the road. Probably 4. But either way, the North Country Trail is only about 6 miles away. Dequamenon's about 8 miles away. It's not that far away from what we were looking for, and they're around there. So that's also why North Country Trail is a big hiking trail. Goes from North Dakota to Vermont, 4,600 miles long. Now I've hiked a lot of it, so that's something that I was interested in. And there's all kinds of trails. It's not on a public road, which I really liked that it wasn't. The bad thing is it's not plowed. If you have to deal with that, it's 1.5 miles one way to get in there, and it's 2 miles the other way. Not plowed, not maintained by anybody. So that's something else you have to think about. And winter is hard, we all know that, and it's a lot more. You deal with frozen ice. I've lived off grid in the campers before, several times. This is nothing new. I bought a few different pieces of property before, so it all takes time. That's why I haven't put another video, because I'm anxious to get back up there and do some work to it. But I have to wait until final closing, which is, like I said, today's Thursday. It'll be Tuesday, and then I can start doing what I want. So I just thought I'd put out this short video to let you guys know. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, like, subscribe. Thank you.